Let Miss Letty speak.
Yeah. All right. 2 years is a very long time to see results, because at this point nothing has happened that would prevent it from happening again. As a matter of fact, we know that in the black community a bar was raided that was unconstitutional, just like the Eagle. So this is continuing to happen in other communities. And everyone here that said this is not just about the gay community, absolutely, this problem is deeper. It's a systemic problem. And part of the reason why people are so frustrated, and that frustration is growing, I feel it. People that I spend time with feel it. The men who were there that night feel it, and it's growing and growing. And we sit here and we hear that you're not all on the same page, which is fine to disagree, but there is a big problem with this board. You seem to be on completely opposite sides. So as a community, how can we put faith when we see that you're divided and you have meetings that the press is not allowed to attend, but the mayor has his damn lawyers and all of his PR people, and we think, what is this? We haven't gotten any responses. He's never responded to a single community member's email, phone call, nothing. He does not want to meet and discuss this. Now we're having the meeting. Thank you for organizing it. It's important, but this is 2 years. These cops are still on the street. They broke the law. This is not complicated. It's simple. They broke the law. They should not be police officers. If I can't fulfill my job duties, I can't hold my job. And that's my own responsibility to fulfill those duties. This is the frustration that's going on.
In the city, we want all of us to stand up. Where in the hell are the rest of the people in this community who won't come out and start doing stuff? So
it's discouragement. Can we?
So I'm just saying that is me, and I apologize for but that is my thing.
You can't call a meeting and get the people out.
You can have a town hall where people. I'd love to see 100,000 people or 5,000 people, or even hell, I'd like to see 500 people sit in St. Mark's Church and stand up and see that. I'm not asking for a protest for me. I'm asking for to stand up there and say something, that voice your opinion and say, I think you should do this. I think it's really disgraceful when you have 75 people sitting in a room telling elected officials, they're like, where are the rest of the people who care about this issue?
Just to kind of
the situation. Like I told Alex, this has festered now for 2 years. It's time for the mayor to rip the Band-Aid off and take care of this problem.
So let's say we ask for the 5 to be fired and they're gone. I think, you know, Dan's agreement, the lawsuit, I think, has some systemic solutions that were supposed to prevent. If the culture remains, it doesn't matter who's there. Who gets fired, a whole new batch comes in, they get trained the same way, they do the same thing. So that's kind of the thing that I would like to see. Suggestions like that, like.
Well, you're ongoing with a lawsuit to make them live up to the agreements they've already made, right?
Sure, like one of the systemic changes that we thought, if you think legally about what really happened at Eagle, people who were not suspected of a crime were seized and detained and searched and had their IDs taken. So one of the things that the systemic reforms we put in place was this regulation that any time the police without a warrant takes someone's ID and detains them in a public place, like if, let's say it happened in Outwrite, they're supposed to fill out a form to document why they did it. The theory being that if you have to write on a piece of paper why you did something, you're less likely to do it without any reason whatsoever, because you're going to have to explain why you did it. So that was a systemic reform we put in place. That reform was put in place and was effective December 8th of 2010. As far as we know, the city has not yet filled out a single one of those forms, not a one.
So what I'm hearing is that the terms of the agreement, they need to be enforced.
Right, and the mayor should want to do that.
No, and I agree. That's another quantifiable, very tangible thing that we can ask for. Question, we'll know if it's been done or not. So that's great. So we just need to go back to that.
Wait a minute.